Listen to the greenhouse before I get mad.
Yes, sir.
You heard it. There it is. Kickoff to this great Sunday. Greenhouse Sunday.
Greenhouse Sunday.
Be back on schedule. How y'all doing, yo?
I'm good, bro.
Great.
Feeling great.
Glad to be back.
A lot of voices and faces here. Hey. I love it. I love it.
I've been working on my Spanish, y'all.
That's
I got another 3 words in my vocabulary now, so I'm proud of myself.
What's the 3 words?
¿Cómo se dice?
No way.
Yeah, let me stop that right there. Gotta have the whole thing. Have as at the end of that.
You done?
Yeah, I'm good.
It's Rig, RIQ, not REK. No other way I'm the champ because I'm winning. Rick Havoc, Rick Osama, typical Papa Grandpa, low key, fly guy. Can't get mad at me for being myself, sir. Why? TheGreenhousePod.com. Claim a shot, Moody, shot, easy flex, baby. Don't have the robe on, so I'm not broke Rick, but I do have some merch on. If I didn't have the beard, guess what?
What?
I'll probably be ugly, but I don't care. Rika pays the Rican, spontaneous, but sometimes I plan. The link between what you know and have yet to be blessed with. No more mood, it's mode.
Word, man. Well, as always, man, it's AJ on Silk Surface with the ruler wear G on my chest. I do not need Dapper Dan Casino to get this big hammer. Help you the biggest stokes. Hey, man, if you plan a trip, hit me the fuck up. I can plan a trip out because I'm the itinerary. Man. Side guy, hold the burgers and fries. No, I do not look like Steph nor Steph Curry. Please. Stop asking. Somebody said Chance the Rapper earlier this week. I almost got mad.
I see it.
That's a little better.
I see it.
Might need to change that. Bro. It's a little more accurate.
I don't know.
It's a little more accurate.
And Pablo Fresh Bar Bean Street say that's 8 out in a couple of phones, but not recent, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a full house. It was good. It's good, Jameer. The BC in the building.
Zoomland. BC and Zoomland.
From the hiatus. I'm back though. BC, Mr. Laid Back. Bryson Tiller doppelganger.
Yeah, you gotta talk about that.
I should put my P hat on. I look just like him. But
you gotta talk about that deluxe too.
Fire. But Rick, I like what you said about your beard. I was gonna say if I didn't have a beard, I have a baby face. I might throw that in there for you next time. But
yeah.
Yeah, I'm back, but I'm glad to be back. Glad to see y'all.
From Greenhouse Sports was good, Dre.
What's going on, fellas? Y'all know me, Andre Guerriere, also known as Andre Florin, also known as Dre's Pin. People call me Diddy Son. I don't know. I'm just living life. Get at me if you ain't get at me yet. Let's keep going. Let's keep progressing.
Chill.
Word. So it's not just the greenhouse here. We do have a special guest. So let me get the good intro music in for.
You like we got
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, because I don't got, you feel me? I was gonna say I'm Mildred and that was it.
Like y'all got 30 intros.
Nah, we got you though.
Word. Well, from Somerset, what can I say about her? She's an entrepreneur, doing her thing with the hats, right? Makeup if you need it. She jack of all trades, man. Without further ado, we got Millie here. What's up? How you doing?
Hi.
Hey.
Thank you for that, because I ain't have no intro. I was about to be like, yeah, I'm Mildred. They call me Mildred. That's pretty much it.
There it is.
No, we got you covered here. We got your back.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Good seeing you, Millie, for real.
Thank you for having me. I've been waiting for this. Been rescheduling for a minute.
Long time coming, huh? You finally
It's actually crazy because y'all got me in the right moments. So
All right,
happy to be here.
Hey, time is everything. That's good though. So we're gonna get it started. We always ask our guests what were their last 72 hours like.
Man, you want the truth? Oh, we want the
We want
political.
We want the authenticity.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, we want the
Yes.
nitty gritty.
Want
So,
the-
yeah, the Millie answer.
The 72 hours. That's crazy. I think the first 24 hours was definitely working. The last 48 hours, I was definitely drunk
Ooh.
before I went to church. So that's the truth.
Before
But
church.
if you was talking about,
Before.
we talking about Saturday. You feel me? The
Oh.
Saturday.
Oh,
at
night
2 a.m.
before.
All right.
So I had to
Say
go
a
to
little
church to
Duce
redeem my
shot for the
sins.
pulpit. That's a little,
No,
little
that's a little
spicy,
too,
right?
that's a little too much. But that's definitely the truth. Saturday was lit.
Good. All right.
How was church?
It was great.
You learn anything?
I learned that God was good. I learned that God is good all the time.
Yes,
the
he
time,
is.
yeah.
And all the
Yes,
time.
he is.
Ooh, when you was out, did you have your mask on?
Did I what?
Did you have your mask on?
In the beginning,
Hey,
In the
Ooh.
beginning.
yep.
closer to the end, because I didn't want people to touch me. So, like, yes. In the middle, I had to take shots, so I had to take it down.
Mm-hmm.
So you was
And then I
following the
forgot to put it
protocols.
back up.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's why you go to church, to make sure you don't, you feel me? To make sure you're good on the end.
Mhm.
And the God that have me.
I watch them sins.
All right. Well,
Very,
that sounds
very
like an
interesting.
eventful 72. So tell the people who you are, what you do. Give them everything.
My name is Mildred. I'm still in college. I go to Rutgers University. I study biology and chemistry. Before I was in school to be a pediatric surgeon. Now I'm in school to really open a laboratory for third world countries and to advance the science down there. So, that's what I'm trying to do with that, my degree. I have a fitted hat business, so 1920 Negro League. And I also do makeup, and I used to sell makeup products. I'm still in between of, going back and forth with it, but I'm trying to have a strong foundation for my fitted hats. So I put that on the side. I'm really big on family, and that's pretty much me.
Love it here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go with the first question I got off of what you said. It's probably not on the docket. What is what's your ethnicity? Like, where's your family from? Because you mentioned third world countries. So what kind of ties do you have to there?
So my family's from Sierra Leone. I'm the only one that was born here. And so, like I told you guys, I'm really close with my family. I love my family to death. I would put them before everybody. My dad, when I finished high school and my first day of college, the next day he moved back to Africa. So that's where he works right now. So my 3 older brothers, my 2 older brothers, they all kind of have their own place to live, and I live with my mom. And so, being that I'm so close to my father now, when my father used to be here, we used to get a lot of disagreement only because he was strict and I'm the only girl in my family. But now, he's back home, he has no option but to communicate with his daughter. And so we talk all the time. He tells me the struggles down there. And when I first wanted to be a pediatric surgeon, I always had the mindset of always living in Africa and, working in a third world country and stuff like that. But since I have more of an entrepreneur mindset, I kind of was just it's just not my thing of working for somebody else. I'd rather just work for myself. I kind of not change my mindset, but know that the science in Africa is just so bad. Because when my brother and my mom went to Africa, and that's why it's so recently now that I changed my mind, is that when they went to Africa in December, my brother, they tested him and basically told him that he got COVID, trying to come back home, and they obviously it was a false test, but because money is so big in Africa, the fact that he didn't bribe them, they told him that he had to stay in Africa for 2 more weeks. And I feel like the science there is not advanced for them to know that you just can't give anybody. You can't just say somebody has COVID, they don't have COVID and stuff like that. And also at the same time, when you get sick in Africa, the chances of you actually making it through is very slim, because during the time when I started this business in November, my grandma had moved back, to Africa, and she was very ill, and they didn't have the right medicines and stuff and the right knowledge to actually save her life. So after I sold out for my business, she died literally I'm gonna say the same day like I sold out. So like it was like a kind of an emotional like months of like, going into my business. I kind of was just like, listen, like I feel like the science there is just so, so poor that like somebody needs to change it, and I want to be that person to change it. And yeah, but yeah, my family's from Sierra Leone.
That's dope.
I'm sorry to hear that about your
Yeah, I haven't like broadcasted on social media, but there's a lot of things that happen during this very like high moments for me.
You're shining right now, so keep doing what you're doing. Guys, just stay positive.
I love the story. It's like it's all about your journey. Like at the end, we know you're gonna overcome it. Everything that story just sounded great too as well. I just want to say that.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, go into the hat business. How did this start? Where did you get the idea for it? Because let me tell you, these is hard. These is fire. Nobody's doing it.
I'm about to get me one.
I'm not gonna lie
I'm
to
definitely.
you. The story is really crazy. Like the way that like it happened is really crazy. Like, all right, so originally I had my own business with the makeup. So I was really big on makeup. I've been doing makeup since I was 11 years old. And so I wear fitted hats because I don't like doing my hair. I just recently started doing my hair more often. But like if you've seen like in my pictures, I always have a hat on because I don't want to do my lace front. I don't want to fix it. I'd rather put a hat on and it matches my shoes. You feel me? I have 3 older brothers. So I've learned to be a tomboy but still being a girl, because growing up having brothers, I used to be like a little boy, and I used to get like picked up for it. So my mom used to tell me like, oh, you got to be wearing like dresses and stuff, and I used to do that in high school. But then going to college is like I don't really care about wearing dresses all the time and stuff. I'd rather wear sweatpants and a t-shirt and put a hat on and put some sneakers on. And so I actually asked my friend to start the business. I was like, look, like I really love hats. I really want to start it, but I don't want to be the person to always have like so much on my plate. You start the business, and you feel me, I'll just invest in it and just help you with it, because I know that I have a business mindset, because he likes wearing fitted hats too. Long story short is that I guess that like there was so much going on for him that he couldn't like start it up, like, start it. So I was like, forget it. I'll just start it myself. And so the original idea was to make hats for me and my friends. That was the original idea. We were supposed to just make hats, maybe like 20 or 40 of them for me, my family. And like, I could have my own collection of hats that like I could wear. And so like, I started making different ideas. Like I always knew it had to be something meaningful, because everything in my life has to be meaningful. I can't just do something without any meaning towards it. So I was trying to figure out like, what did I want to do? And then I remember when I was like, I wanted something with Black Lives Matter. People told me that was cliche. Everybody uses it. It might look like, I'm trying to just make profit over Black Lives Matter, but I actually do believe in like Black Lives Matter, because I used to go to a school affiliated with like just white people. There was only like 5 of us who was just Black, and we've gone through situations where racism was real. Like I've seen it like firsthand. So like, like growing up with that, I really did believe in Black Lives Matter, but it was a little discouraging when people are telling you like, don't do it because it looks like you're just trying to make money off of the title Black Lives Matter. And so like, it took me like 2-3 months to actually believe in it. And I built up a team because I'm really big on like everybody has to eat. It just can't be one person. So I built up a team, was talking about it. We dragged their feet a little. We wasn't even supposed to release it that day that I released it, but I was going to an interview for a second job, and it's crazy because it's raining. And I got in a car accident. Mind you, my grandma was sick already. This is before she died. And I'm just like, yo, like, I just got this car. I got this car in August, and I got in a car accident in October. So like, mind you, like that's like, we just paid this car off. It was like $11,000 I paid for it and stuff like that. Mind you, I'm only 20 years old, like, trying like, to build myself up. So it's like, dang, like I just got in a car accident. My mom, I'm trying to pay for school at the same time. My mom's here by herself, like trying to pay for this bills. It's raining outside. Like I remember that moment so vividly because I was crying, but I wasn't crying like I was angry. I was crying. I was like, yo, God has to have a big plan for me. There's no way in hell that I just got in a car accident. Now I got to figure out how I'm about to get a new car and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, like I have to start this business. Like I texted my friends. I'm like, we have to put it out today. Like I was like, there's no way in hell, like you feel me? Like, so I just went through all of this, and I'm still going through something that like God doesn't have a big plan on me, and something just clicked at that moment. Like I'm not even mad about the car no more. I'm just mad about myself. And then something clicked, was like, yo, you just got to start it. And we released it. And the love that I got back to me, like the love that I got back was just so overwhelming, because I was like, it was only supposed to be 20 hats and it went to 600 hats. So it's like, yeah, like it's a big, I'm telling you right now, we only created 20 hats. We only created 20 hats in the beginning. We only created 20 hats. And that's why pre-orders took so long, because in the back of my head, I'm like, I'm gonna release it. And knowing how my makeup business went, I didn't sell so many like makeup products. Something's gonna be the same thing with these hats. And it was just like from 20 to 600. So like, I'm really big on like whatever obstacles that you go through. I feel like God does have a bigger plan, because in that very moment of me getting a car accident, that's when everything just clicked in. It was like, you're starting it today, not even tomorrow, tonight at 7 p.m. Like that's just how it went. And I didn't think about it again. I just made up my mind. I told my team, they were just like, hey, like, let's go for it. Let's see how people feel about it. And it just spiraled. And ever since that moment, everything just been up and maybe down, but still up at the same time. Yeah.
Forward progress, regardless.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like car accident, 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm just like, yo, I just got this car.
So when you tell that story, it kind of makes me think at first, at the beginning, like you were saying, you're kind of scared of the success. Didn't sound like you were scared to fail. You were just scared of the success and having to deal with everything and stuff in your personal life. But then once things started to happen and things got a little tougher, you gained that confidence. That's what I got from that. So I think that's pretty dope that you could come from a situation where things aren't looking good, things aren't looking as bright, but you can still flip it and put that confidence within you and your team to actually make something great. Like you said, you started with 20 hats. Yeah, 600 hats being sold. So that's a big jump. It's a lot of love. It's a lot of focus. It's a lot of dedication going into that. So, but I gotta respect you for that, for not giving up and pushing through.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad you shared that, because I always say this when people come with a story. We all have a story, and it needs to be told, no matter how small, big, or medium we think we are in the world, how we fit in, whatever we do, however we contribute. Your story matters. You never know, who might relate. So I really appreciate you, going in depth about that and really giving us the full circle about, the whole thing. One of the things that we wanted to talk about, was your team of people, and you kind of went into it. And one of the big things I like is that, your mindset, even to start out with, that you wanted to partner with people. You wanted to see other people grow just as well as you did. And I think that in itself, is something that I think people should take, with them, and that you should take with you for forever, because we can't do it alone. This platform wasn't built alone, by us. And you got to give people their flowers as well. I think that goes with it too. So yeah, I appreciate you for sharing that. That's you got a story, yo. That's dope. That's dope. It's like you got the calm before the storm, the sets of success and the growth, ongoing growth right now with it. Like so. I want to plug this in too. Is we all know is March, Women's History Month. So shout out to all the women's out there, doing y'all thing. That should have went before everything else, but definitely appreciate it.
So what's your favorite part? Is it the designing? Is it the post production? Is it the meetings? Which one is it?
My favorite part is, it's about to be the weirdest answer ever. It's the stress about it. Okay. I'm gonna tell you why it's the stress about it. The stress literally eats me every single time. I remember our first pop-up shop, I did not sleep for 48 hours. But the reason that's my favorite part, because it shows my characteristics. Like being the fact that like at my first pop-up shop, we didn't like me and my friend who's on my team, we were the only ones like, you know, fixing our hats, because we had so many hats that we had to like fix because our manufacturer did something like totally dumb. So we had to fix it ourselves, which we did. But like for that, actually I'm lying, 72 hours. We did not sleep from Friday to that Sunday.
This the most recent one that y'all
And this is
just
the
did?
most recent one, yeah.
Oh man.
So like my favorite part about like the entire positive stress about it, because it literally shows me my characteristics and shows my team's characteristics, and it kind of builds us up at the same time, because every time that I'm stressed, I kind of grow from it, because I don't want to make that same mistakes again. Like, yes, like the production, like making the hats is a good thing and seeing how it's going to look and stuff like that, or getting people's reaction. But like, I really feel like the stress, like makes me feel like I'm growing, because if it's not stressing me, that means that I'm not growing from it. So I'm going to say the stress part about it is definitely like my favorite part of everything, which is like so weird.
No, it's not weird. That show you dedicated. Like, some people work better when the stress and the pressure is on them. So that's big.
Yeah,
That's dope. Damn.
Yeah, we could see you work well under pressure from your story that you told.
Yeah, I've learned to. You got to at a certain point, because it's like you grow from everything that you go through. Like I could say that who I was a year ago, I'm not the same person I am now, because if I didn't go through what I went through, I might have a big head. Like my grandma passing away, and you feel me, like during the time when my business was growing, like you didn't see that part of me, but like that was my lowest point. But if my grandma didn't pass away, who would have known? Like, you feel me? If I would have had a big head, like, yeah, I just sold 600 hats. I think you feel me? I'm the shit now. But when my grandma passed away, it humbled me, because I was going through so many stuff, but nobody could see it. It was like I had a mask over myself. Like people seeing like me smiling and stuff, but inside, like I'm going through so much stuff. And I had to learn how to heal in private. I had to learn how to be a private person. Like even when like my school, there was so many things that happened on the sideline, even everything, like every time there's something high that happens, there was something low that ever happened to me. But like I've learned to grow from it. So like I could say that like being under pressure has been the most stressful part of my life, but it's honestly been the most best part of my life, because I've seen myself grow. I've seen a lot of things that I had to learn to change. I've learned that sometimes you can't talk in certain situations. Sometimes you got to learn what to say to certain people. Sometimes you got to move a certain way. Sometimes you do got to kiss people's asses, and sometimes you don't have to kiss people's asses. I'm sorry for my profanity, but
Are you good? You have fucking fun.
It's honestly the truth. Like a lot of people think that like starting a business, you feel me, is easy. It's not easy. It's like it depends on like if you could take all that heat. Because some people can take that heat, some people can't. I had to learn that I needed to learn that I needed to take that heat in order to grow. But yeah.
The gift.
I got, how did you like, I know you just talked about Black Lives Matter and everything, but how did you specifically land on the Negro Leagues?
That's actually funny. When me and my graphic designer was looking at different patches, because I was trying to create a patch. I'm like, yo, I want to create a patch with a black person on it, because I've never seen a patch with like, you know, a black person on it. And if we're talking about Black Lives Matter, why would I put a white man on a Black Lives Matter hat? It doesn't make sense. So we're searching things up. He's like, yo, you ever heard about the Negro League? I'm like, huh? And they're like, there's a league for there's a league called the Negro League. I'm like, yo, that sounds tough. That's like, you feel me? So we started to do our research on it. I'm like, yo, like, how could nobody talk about this? We have a whole league full of like, for black people, nobody said anything about it. And I never knew anything about it. Like maybe people knew about it, but didn't know in depth. And I'm just like, yo, I don't see teams about it. I'm searching up North Eagles, like baseball hats, don't see a lot. And if I do see it, it's the corny ones, or I'm looking for like different fitted hats. Like, I'm like, there's nothing for it. And that's when we were like, we gotta make a Negro. We just gotta do it now. Like it's not known, it's not talked about. But we're in an era full of like racism in front of us. So, and we're always talking about Black Lives Matter. So if we're always talking about it, like pushing Black Lives Matter forward, why are we not talking about things that did happen? It happened during the Harlem Renaissance. How come that wasn't that wasn't our history books? How come that wasn't talked about? We know about the Major League Baseball, but like that wasn't in my textbook when I was learning history. I knew about the Harlem Renaissance because that was the time of the same era, but it was like where did that go? Like, where did the information go? So I was like, we got to bring it back, because who doesn't like learning about stuff, but also being fashion? Like, we just got to bring it back. And that's where the idea just came into play. And yeah, because Google actually is a pretty good help. Like, I searched up black baseball, literally a black baseball patch, and it literally said 1920 Negro League. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna run with it.
Wow.
Go ahead, Reed.
No, you good.
No, I was just saying, I was like, the idea and everything is dope, and like a lot of people don't know about the Negro Leagues. Like, you really got a deep dive to find out, because like if you don't play sports or you don't know about like baseball and stuff, most people don't really know about it. So that's like really a great idea and everything for you to come up with this.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. I just, and it's crazy how many people you meet after like you talk about it. And I've been doing like every day I do my research on more about the Negro League, because I'm still learning about like the actual league itself, because I'm really big on knowing what I'm talking about. I can't sell somebody something and not know what I'm talking about. So I do my research all the time, and like the things I learn about it, it's just like crazy. Like, and like one of the team was Indianapolis Clowns, and like they had 3 females on that team, and like they were like kind of the underdogs because they didn't win a lot of games. But it's the fact that they accepted these 3 females, and one of the story was one of the girls. I forgot her name, but she was one of the females, and her name's Peanut, and one of the guys that they was playing against, they were like, well, why would you put me against a girl? Like, you feel me? He was just talking a whole lot of smack. And she was like, oh, and then she striked him out. Like, stuff like that is kind of big, because it's like a lot of females will look like an underdog, especially in a world full of guys. And that's how I feel like, because I am in a world full of guys. A lot of guys wear fitted hats. Females just started getting to wear fitted hats, but like more guys wear fitted hats in general. And being a female that's making fitted hats, a lot of people be like, well, you don't know nothing about fitted hats for real. So like when I heard about that story, I could relate to it, because it's like, you thought I didn't know things, but I'm learning at the same time. So there's so many things that you learn about the Negro League that wasn't told. And that's what the story I want to bring out. Like, there's so many things that happen, and I just want to bring all those like moments out and for people to relate to, because things are happening in the past are happening recently now. History is not changing at all.
Yeah, history definitely repeats itself.
Repeating.
Over and over.
I didn't know that though. Negro League had women.
Yeah, they had
as well.
Indianapolis Clowns had the first three women's on their team. Oh, I think they're the only ones too, if I'm not mistaken.
It's tough.
Right.
I love what you're doing, because you literally hit it on the nail when you said who doesn't like to like be fashionable and also learn something new. It's the ultimate package, I feel like.
Yeah.
And I think it was meant to be, in which the way kind of everything just aligned with how you found the idea and, you know, conversations you had. And I think, you know, it's really significant because, like you said, you know, women's like kind of status, you know, in America is looked at a certain way, especially, you know, Black women. So, you know, I think any, you know, Black women being a trendsetter or, you know, beating the odds and all that is always great to me. Like, and that little story right there, like, I feel like that's going to take you a long way. Cause like you said, like you resonate with that, like literally directly, and it aligns with like what you're doing. Like alignment is so real.
It's really crazy, because I feel like I'm the perfect image for like to like have something to say, because I'm in between worlds, if you could say. I have all 3 older brothers, but I'm still a woman at the end of the night. So it's like, I like to wear sweatpants all the time. I love to wear sweatpants. I will go to my office. My mom was yelling at me all the time, like, you have to be professional when you're talking to people. I'm like, look, I'm my own boss. I got to wear sweatpants. Like, that's me. But at the same time, I still wear dresses. Like, you know, if I have to, or I got to go to church or going out, like, I feel like I could play both worlds, because women is like, I feel like people look at us like we have to wear dresses, and if you don't wear dresses, you're gay or something like that. And it's just like, it's just not that. Like, I want to be comfortable sometimes. I don't want to wear tight jeans. I don't want to wear a tight dress. Like, and like a lot of females reach out to me in my DMs and would be like, yo, like, I'm really happy that you have the platform that you have, because you show that sometimes you're little boy, and then the next day you're actually a female, or the one day you're wearing a fitted hat, the next day your hair is done. Like, I'm embracing it, and I don't really care what people have to say about me, because at the end of the day, it's just like, that's just who I am. And if I can embrace it, and how do I know the little girl that's like watching me or something like that will? So I feel like everything I do, it has to have a meaning towards it. And that's like my little, what's the right word to use? My little phrase, like,
Just a little
Elevator
saying.
pitch.
It's a
yeah,
catchphrase.
yeah, my little catchphrase is that everything I have to do has to have a meaning.
Has purpose for real. Purpose.
Definitely. Because a lot of girls will reach out to me and be like, yo, like every time I try to wear sweatpants, people would think that I'm gay and stuff. I'm just like, you're not. Like, you like, it's just like, and there's nothing wrong with, feel me, like being like, you know, like liking females and stuff like that. But it's just the simple fact is like, sometimes it's uncomfortable wearing jeans. It's uncomfortable wearing a dress. It's uncomfortable like always having like your skin out and stuff like that. Sometimes I just want to wear a white t-shirt and jeans and walk out. I mean, a white t-shirt and sweatpants and just walk out my house and still be like that pretty female that I am. But a lot of females, like, we go through that stages where like people judge us for what you wear. Like, oh, like you're not proper because you're wearing sweatpants and a t-shirt, or, oh, you're not this, or you're not that. And it's just annoying sometimes, but I'm happy to like be that voice for females who are like me. That makes sense.
Definitely got to keep that up.
Yeah.
So who are some notable people that purchased the hat? Y'all sent the hat to, or y'all seen them rock?
This is actually really interesting because there's a lot. Little Mama has a hat. She hasn't posted yet, but she does have the hat. She wears it sometimes, but she doesn't really post like what she wears all the time. Michael Rainey, I don't know if I'm saying his last name right. Michael Rainey, the one who played Tariq in Power. He has a hat. Who else has a hat? Fabio's group definitely has a hat because that's all they wear. Like, I don't know if you guys have me on social media, but they're literally tagging me every single day in that C cap, and they call it the Crip hat, and it's not the Crip hat, it's the Indianapolis Counts hat. But I'm gonna let them run with it because that's what they're gonna keep calling it regardless. T. Wu has a hat. Dave East has a hat. That was a big moment for us because that was unexpected. That video, yeah. That was definitely unexpected. I really did love the love that came out of it. Like, I know that I was gonna send him a hat, but I didn't know that video was gonna come out. And when he did send the video, I was just like, I felt amazing. There's a lot of people who buys a hat, but I don't know who they are until like they get it, because sometimes it's like they don't use their real names. They might use like their manager's name or something, and then we'll just see a purchase, or we'll see like a follower or something, or they'll see like, you know, a tag, and they'll be like, oh snap, like you got a hat. But like, it's hard to say because like I get a lot of like orders from different people, and then they just end up having it. I'm just like, that's cool.
Tough.
That is.
So how do you keep yourself focused and not get distracted by seeing those type of people or influencers purchase your hats and maybe even some of your makeup stuff? Like, how do you keep that balance of, all right, let me stay professional, but also, damn, this is Dave East, you know, rocking my stuff.
I think I've always had the personality where like I don't like looking like, you feel me, that like I'm pushing people, like I'm pressing people. I've always been like that. But like at the same time, I have my grandma in my heart every single day. And like I know for a fact that like everything that I do, I want her to be proud of me. So like moments like that, when I do meet people who are celebrities, stuff like that, it's like I have a voice in my head that just tells me like to relax, like congratulations, relax. Like it's like when I see them, somebody's talking like in my head and it's just telling me like relax. And I feel like it's my grandma telling me like it's them, but you always got to be professional. So like every single time I do meet people, there's a voice in the back of my head telling me like, stay professional. But in the other side of my head, I am screaming, I am dancing. I'm like, y'all, his name is, it's T. Wu, it's Fabio's people. Like, oh my God, I'm with them. But in front of them, I'm just like, it's good. It's the truth. I'll be like, oh my God, but I have to be like,
thank you for your purchase.
How are you? Thank you.
Thanks for the support.
Yeah.
All right. I got one fun question here. A lot of y'all don't know, but Millie's shoe collection is crazy. She likes a lot of niggas under the table. I'm dead ass. Yeah. There was one time where like I seen a throwing pick, like all her kicks. I was like, problem. So what's some of your like go-tos? What's the top 3 you pulling out? Like which ones are they?
I don't have a top 3. I do have a top 3, but I won't pull them out. All right. My favorite sneakers since I was a youngin', since I was a jit, was definitely ones. I know they're hype now, but I love the OG
Yeah, a lot of people was really doing them
ones.
shit.
The OG, not even the new ones that came out. I'm talking about the OGs, like the top 3, the shadow boards that, like, you feel me, that came out before. I'm talking about like the shadow boards, like stuff that came out a long time ago that people let sit down. That's what I love. Like, I love a lot. And so I don't know. Like, I used to play basketball, so I guess that's where I got the sneaker love from. And my shoe size stayed the same since I was like 8th grade. So that's what kind of saved me. But like, I love sneakers. But I'm gonna say my top 3 shoes is definitely both of my Union ones.
You got both of them, or you got
Yes,
money?
both of them.
You got
Yes,
money.
I had to I kept saving up for those specific shoes because I just needed them. Like, I just needed to make sure my sneaker game was to max. And once I got those, I knew I was set for life. Because if I ever came into problems, I knew I was gonna sell those. No,
them two sneakers alone run a lot of people collection out the water.
It's like my ones collection is top tier because I think I have like 15 pairs going to 16 pairs now of just ones. And then I have like, I'll show you my shoe boxes. Like, these are like all my shoes. And there's more. But like, yeah.
Touching the ceiling.
Yeah, it literally does. I'm not even lying.
Nah, this is how we know she's a real sneaker head with this one.
Man, when those boxes fall, it's over. When them boxes fall on you.
Do you have a pair of KD4s in your collection?
Oh my God, I do. And I'm trying to bring back the 2014 style. I'm just waiting for the summer to come. I'm gonna be that one person, and this is y'all hear it first though. I'm gonna be that one person that brings that 2014 KDs with the cargo pants back, and people are gonna start wearing it again. I promise.
Yes.
I'm bringing that back. I'm bringing
Yeah.
that back. We had to bring that back. That was like the ultimate fit ever. You thought with the polo on and everything. I'm bringing it back. I don't care.
Rugby. It's got to be a rugby
The
too.
polo.
That's with the Nike socks. That's with the Nike socks. The
That's
toe
tough.
boys.
Yes, I'm bringing it back. I'm telling y'all now. Like, and let's just wait till the summer the weather gets hot. Once it gets hot, I'm bringing those cargo pants back, the KDs and everything else.
With the hat? Ooh,
Yes,
that's a
with the
fit
hat.
right there.
Oh man, I'm with you.
With the hat. That's a good fit right there anyway.
That's a fit right there.
That's a phenomenal fit. Like,
Nah, niggas was going undefeated with that one.
Huh?
That was undefeated in 2014.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely got a
bucket hat.
I feel like
KD4 is a bucket hat or a cotton on t-shirt.
Cotton
on.
Slide over to Urban, you know.
yes. and the cargo shorts too. Yes, I'm bringing those back. So I'm bringing everything back. I don't care. That was the best outfit. 2014 and 2016. No, 2016 was the best summer, but also had the best outfits also. But 2014 had like the best like high school outfits.
Best fits. Okay.
Yeah.
Music and fashion was good in 2014. That was a great year.
Nah, music was definitely lit in 2016.
2016 was definitely lit for me.
Different times. We going all day about that.
I haven't had a summer that could like pass 2016. Every year I was thinking that something's gonna be better in 2016. It'll never be the same.
I don't think we ever will, to be honest.
I don't know you.
I think it's gonna be one of those stories we carry on for the rest of our lives. Like,
we just gotta make it better. Y'all gotta mess up. You just gotta make another one.
There's no way.
You can't
outdo it.
Nah.
You can't outdo it. Just make another one.
You gotta create it. We
You
can't
gotta create it.
Outdo it.
I got the key to it. You gotta stop. We gotta like after the summer. We can't be like, damn, was that better than 2016? We just gotta be like, nah.
Exactly.
You just gotta do it.
Was.
You just gotta do it. You just gotta create
Did you
it.
have fun?
Because
Did you enjoy
honestly,
yourself?
before that, I wasn't hyped about like. I mean, granted, we're hyped about every summer because of the way the season's going here, but it's like I don't remember being like
excited.
Yo, 16 about to be wow. Like, I don't remember that until it was happening. And then niggas was like, oh shit. And then after it was a wrap. Everybody now saying that was a fire ass summer.
Everybody as a whole had it as a crazy ass summer.
I think any millennial right now, that's
right.
That's a good year for them. Like, that was a good summer for them.
It was.
Yeah. Whether you was of legal age or not, you enjoyed something about
You was doing legal things regardless.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
2016 was the year.
just finding a
between-
way.
Right.
Nothing but time on my hands. Does anybody else have any other questions?
All right. What do you do? What do you do in your free time? Like, if you have any hobbies or anything?
My free time, I would usually be around my nephew. That's my world right there. But even when I'm around my nephew, I'm trying to teach him the ropes about being in the business world. So I guess I'm working at the same time, but like at my free time, either with my nephew or looking. I don't know what I do in my free time. I haven't had a free time in forever. I'm like either I'm working or I'm out with my friends because I'm working. Like, don't think that because I'm outside, I'm actually outside. I'm really outside working. Like, even yesterday, I was still working while trying to have fun with my friends. It was really crazy. People were asking about hats, and I was trying to go out to have fun, not really talk about hats. But I haven't had a free time in forever. The last time I had a free time was like in September.
Mm.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Wow, I feel old.
Hey, well, nowadays it might be better to be outside with some intentions rather than just to be outside. So, I mean, I try to work outside with intentions and a purpose more so now. Not like I didn't before, of course, but you know why not?
More conscious. Right.
Yeah, but I wanna like walk outside and just go outside. Like it's fun to have intentions, yes, but at the same time, like it's better when you don't know. Like actually,
you can't unknow you can't unknow your vision. That's the thing, Millie. You can't like unknow that. So is you gonna be in mode. That's
even
why
when I
people
try not to,
you gotta go to Dubai and turn your phone off. That's why them people that really gotta do that, because that's the otherwise they not
like, what's
doing
crazy
that.
I went to Puerto Rico. No, but even when I went to Puerto Rico, I was still working. I was taking orders and I was out of state.
You got
country, state, whatever you want to call Puerto Rico.
Yeah, you got isolate yourself.
That's where you gotta be that strong. That's where that strong gotta come in. You gotta be like, nah, I earn this. Y'all get me when I get back.
I tried to. I gave people warnings and everything, and I was still I was still texting. I had my computer with me. I think that was my mistake. I had my computer with me, so I knew that I was probably gonna do work, and then I was still doing work.
Subconsciously, it was like,
right.
Yeah,
let me check this email real quick. Yeah, let me
check this email real quick, and then I just started sending emails, and it's crazy because it's 3 of us who do customer service. I recently stopped because I get frustrated more faster than them in a way, but like I really do. I'm not gonna hold you. I really do get frustrated more sometimes, but there was 3 of us who was doing it, and like she was like, "Girl, why are you answering emails and notification?" I'm like, "Bro, I don't know. It's like my work mode won't ever turn off, even when I want to turn off. I'll sleep and still think." It's crazy. I really do sleep and still think about work. I always have dreams of work. I wake up at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning sometimes and still think about work.
You try and get to it.
And then go to sleep and know that I'm still thinking about work.
That's how it be.
That's what's up. Your brain don't stop.
It don't, but it needs to. I need to take a break real quick for like 2 seconds.
Stop.
It'll come, trust me.
That's what's
Definitely.
up. Keep that energy though. Keep that excitement. You know, you got something going. You looking forward to more, and that's when we in the best, state. So definitely
appreciate it, of course. Always gotta keep the hunger going.
Speaking of state, we're all New Jersey residents, so from New Jersey. I'm from North Jersey. I know you're from Central Jersey. That's what you call it, correct?
We're not even about to do this right now.
Yeah.
You guys are definitely recording it, so we're not even about to do this right now. I just want to. I
want you to bring the attention to where you're from, because most of the time when people from other states or other cities look at Jersey, they think Jersey Shore or they think up north. So there's a lot of things in between that, a lot of creators and artists and things that motivate you. Even like Trend, that's the city of art. Some people wouldn't know that. But once you go and actually visit, you can see where people grab their inspirations from. So you being from Jersey, Central Jersey in specific, How did that help you or create some of your fashion sense or some of your cultural sense in that
Honestly, what's really crazy is that I live in Jersey, but like I'm like everywhere. I'm everywhere. I've been like that since I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, I used to throw parties. Like I used to throw hella house parties. So I had people coming from North, and like I never had people coming from South Jersey yet. I had people coming from North Jersey and Central Jersey all the time. Because I would just throw parties. I was the female who threw house parties, and everybody used to just come. And so I went to school. Well, I do go to school at Rutgers Camden, which is South Jersey. So that was a little bit different for me because, I'm used to the central suburban lifestyle and I'm used to North at the same time. And like the stories you hear about South Jersey, it ain't really pretty because I'm talking about Camden. So
Right,
I go to
I used to
Camden.
work at Cooper, so like I know that area really well. And
Yeah, like
it get
it's a
real.
little. The stories I heard about it was a little crazy, but I took the risk of going to Rutgers Camden because I didn't want to go to Rutgers New Brunswick, and Rutgers North was a little close to Seton Hall. And at the time, my brother was going to Seton Hall. I wanted to be the baby who left, and my parents wasn't letting me leave out of state. I got accepted to Howard, and they literally told me no, and I was really upset about that. But going back to that, I had a taste of every world. I had a taste of South Jersey, I had a taste of Central Jersey, and I had a taste of up north because a lot of my friends are up north. So I get my inspiration from everywhere. Like it's not really like where I live at. It's the fact that like I have friends and I see how they move and stuff like that. And a lot of my friends love stories. They love to hear stories. They get moved by stories. And then I have friends who are dressers. They love to dress and stuff like that. Then I have friends who are rappers and like everything kind of connects together. And so that kind of helps me in a way because I get to relate to different people. And that's like kind of like every hat that we make has a story. But although we're talking about the baseball teams, I get a lot of my inspirations from my friends. Like my friends are like my rock, not really my rock, but like people that like I watch and like watch how they move. And they don't even know that I'm watching how they move. And I see the color schemes that they put together. And that's how I come up with different colors and stuff like that. So like I don't get my inspiration from Central Jersey specifically. I get it from the people who I surround myself with.
Okay, that's it.
It's fire.
Yeah. And also at the same time, like New Jersey is known as to be underdogs because we don't have anything here. Like, we used to have a basketball team, but now it's Brooklyn that you feel me? That's crazy. But however, though, like we're the underdog because nobody will come to Jersey. Like you feel me? Nobody just come to Jersey just to come to Jersey. It's like we don't have anything of our own. And so that's like when I started this hat business, like, and if you guys do have me on my, my personal page, you'll see that I always scream like, this is for Jersey, because we don't have somebody who specifically says that like they're doing something for Jersey. It's always that, oh, they claim New York and they live in Jersey or something like that. Or they feel me, they after they moved to Cali, oh, they claim Cali. Nobody claims Jersey, like, and that's why Jersey don't have like a full, like, footstep in anything, because every time somebody makes it, they don't claim their home plate. They claim other states. And it's just ass because it's like we have so much potential. We have so many artists who are undercover, but like after they get, they get known, they don't claim where they're from. So I wanted to be that one voice that just always claimed Jersey. I'm from Jersey. I lived in Jersey. I was born and raised in Jersey, and I will never claim anywhere else. And the more that I get to do that, the more I learn that people are doing that now, because nobody was doing that before. It's always, I lived in Queens, or I lived in Brooklyn, or I'm from Philly and they live in Jersey. But we all know they was born and raised in Jersey. So it's like, right. It's crazy to me how like people won't claim where they're really from, but will claim other states. And another thing about Jersey is that we used to say that Jersey don't support each other, but I've gotten the other aspect of it, because I felt like when I started my business, Jersey definitely pushed it up forward before other states did. And although like other states pushed it forward, Jersey definitely helped me. So I felt like the more that I could I could unite with other Jersey businesses. And jumping from another story is that my pop-up shop, I had other vendors there. And I originally didn't want to have other vendors there, but I was like, if I want to talk about unity, I gotta be the first person to like actually like say what I do. And so I had, 4 different vendors, and like I made sure like every time a female or a man or anybody would come in the store, I would show them their stuff before I showed them my stuff. And it's crazy because a lot of my vendors definitely sold out like completely. Like I'm saying that they sold half, like 85% of their inventory. They came with big boxes, they left with a bag. So like it's like we don't have unity here. And I feel like a lot of people say that, oh, you have to move out of state to get real love from the actual state that you live in, which is quote unquote Jersey. So I want to be that example where it's like I seen the love that Jersey gives each other. It's just the fact that we just have to grasp it and like take it in. Like we can't look at other states and be like, they show me more love than your actual state, because your homie's probably helping you out, but you just don't know it because you're looking for something bigger than what they're actually giving you. And sometimes the little thing is actually more important. Just because they didn't buy a product off of you doesn't mean they're not supporting you. It's just maybe not something that they do like. However, they posted it, that helps out, because the fact that they posted it, somebody else sees it, and it's like, oh yeah, like I like that and will buy it. That's the mindset that I just had to recently learn, because I used to have the mindset where like, oh yeah, Jersey never like loved, like, you know, showed love for real. But I learned that like some people just don't wear fitted hats. I have friends who don't wear fitted hats, but they post it. But their friends wear fitted hats, so that still brought attention in. That's still that's them supporting me, even though they didn't buy a product off of me itself. So I feel like we just need to have like more of a smaller mindset than a bigger mindset in Jersey, because like a lot of people, I feel like we just hate on each other, but it's really like us hating ourselves, more of us, like, you know, what I'm trying to say, like
Our own demise.
Yeah, pretty much it.
Word. Yeah, I can definitely attest to that. And that's interesting that you said. That's the first time I ever heard somebody say you got to go out of state to get love from the state you're from. I've always heard, like, I've always seen like people be like, nah, you can't really leave the state without getting love from it. And that's what boxes a lot of people in, like, nah, I can't leave, blah, 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 blah. Like, I can't elevate. I'm not getting the love I need from Jersey. And that's where I do feel you there.
Mm-hmm.
So word. All right. Let me get you the big claps here. You know, you really did it here, and you doing the damn thing for real.
Thank you.
So tell the people where they can find you, where they can follow the 1920 Negro Leagues hat. Give them
I
it
like
all.
that emoji.
Plug it in.
Okay, so the Instagram is 1920 Negro League. Oh, good news and bad news. Good news is we got our license to be a Negro League licensed authentic seller. Bad news is we're changing our name. So we are changing our name pretty soon. So I don't know if by the time you do release this video or not, but we are releasing our name to Black Dot No Limit.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's our new name.
I'll be on the lookout for that. What's the name one more time?
Black Dot No Limit.
Black Dot No Limit.
Okay.
So it basically means that, you know, we're Black and there's no limitations, and you know that what we do, like we're reaching out to everyone that we can reach. But we do have to change our name because of politics. We're not gonna lie, it's really, really politics. You could find me anywhere. I'm not that hard to reach. Actually, I am. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am very hard to reach because my personal life DMs is crazy. So if you have any questions about like orders, do not hit my page up, because it would take me about a week for me to respond back. And at that time, you're probably already frustrated. So definitely hit, the 1920 Negro League page. I always see that. Any questions about entrepreneuring, I'm really big and open about anything that I do. So like I'm easy to talk to. Just don't ask me about my manufacturer, because I'm not gonna answer that.
Can't give up the plug.
Nah, I can't do that. But we are changing it soon, so I might actually give up the plug soon, because we're moving to Cali soon. But all right, my Instagram page has the website on it. I don't remember the specific name, but I know it's like 1920negoleague.com. But you can look on that, or you can go on my business page and you can reach out to any of my team. And my teams are all followed. So anybody who's like, followed on our business page, that's probably somebody who works with me. And however, like you can reach out to any of us. It's not only me who does it, it's all of us. It's not an I, it's a we. But yeah.
Okay, all right. So on the growth.
Yeah. Growth for me this week. Dealing with strengths and weaknesses. We all have to understand that we do have both. You don't have one without the other. And you should be grateful for both. You should accept both, and you should learn how to move accordingly with both, and understand that others have both and how to move accordingly with them. I'm reading this book right now, Personality Plus, and it's teaching me a lot about myself and the personality of others. So that's what's helping me grow.
Let's see what made me grow this week. Maybe grow this week because I really took the time out to schedule my next few months out. Just like Millie, I'm busy. I don't know when the next time I get a chance to sleep. I sometimes ask for 2 more hours in a day, and I think that's just one of the things the Lord just denies. But I'm really learning time management. That was a New Year's resolution I really wanted to get a grip on, and that's I'm working well at that. So it's made me grow.
I got a clap in one hand, so.
Jameer, what made you grow?
As you know, as y'all see on my Instagram, I post my daily quotes and stuff. But I didn't know which one to choose. I'm just gonna go with the one I had up yesterday. It's just someone took that same situation you've been complaining about and went with it. So going off of that, with my business, with everything, with everybody's business and everything, there's days like you want to feel down, you don't want to work and stuff, but don't complain about it. You got to put the work in if you want that outcome you want. So it's like, but get on your grind and just work. Don't complain about it. Put that work in. Just stuff like that. So that's my quote of the day.
All right. Great growth. I mean, you got Millie.
Millie, what's up? What made you grow this week?
Same thing that I would say every single time is staying in my own lane. Feel like I'm in my own race. So whatever speed I want to go, whether it's fast or slow, I just always have to remember that I'm not in a competition with anybody. And I think that's like every week. So I'm gonna just stay that, like staying in my own lane and knowing that like I'm the only one who's in this race alone. Not on this race alone, but I'm the only one in my own race.
Okay. Hey.
Thank you.
That's your own journey.
Word. Okay. So, I mean, this is a breakdown. It's not a regular episode. So, do we still got Millie? You still here? Oh, there.
I'm still here. My bad. I
You're
had
good.
a text.
You're good. You're good. I thought I saw you frozen. I was like, oh shit. But yeah. So this is a breakdown. Not a normal episode. So we do got a couple, hot topics, sports things to go over. What's the hot topic for the week?
Stimmies.
Yeah, they did just approve once. Yeah. I think it just got to go to the Senate, right? Get approved, and then hopefully they should start sending that out. They sent the last one out fairly fast.
Mm-hmm.
So I expect the no difference here.
Yeah, I think they said like the 14th or so.
Okay. Now, do we get on Joe's ass for saying he promised 2,000 and we getting 14?
No, not at all.
Or
go do something with it first. Go do something with it first, and then maybe you can complain. Because I think a lot of people not doing what they. But hey, do what you want with your money. But that's a whole nother conversation. But go ahead, Millie. My bad.
Oh, it's better than $600.
Yo.
Right. It's better than 1,300, right?
Yeah.
Better than 13.
Better than $1,200.
999. Shoot, man, we gotta learn how to be. Man, be grateful. Better than nothing. You got people who ain't getting nothing.
Mildred done be because my family.
Talking about Joey B.
Yeah. We were just bringing up the stimmies. They saying some people's biggest fear is that $1,400 is gonna cause people never to want to go work again. Never in my life, in these 25 years on this earth, said $1,400 will keep me straight. I don't ever gotta work again.
Yeah, that's lovely.
You can flip it.
You can start a business. It's a difference. You can work for yourself. Depends on how you look at it.
A lot of people just saw that 1,400 in ATL this weekend. A lot of people just ran.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yo, that's funny because they sending it right before the spring, right?
Nah, they got it
for spring break and All-Star weekend.
So we can just end it and they're about to send it during spring break. Everybody about to run that $1,400.
Oh yeah.
On top of
And
the
think about
refund
it,
checks.
it's in the cities where it's been wide open for the longest. Atlanta, Miami, Texas
Listen.
is still Texas. I don't
Oh,
know.
state of-
California is
No mask.
California.
It's over. No quarantining.
Yo, I heard a story today from my boy who travels for work, and when he was in Texas, they don't wear masks. He said
Georgia
he's
too.
not surprised. So quite frankly, they've been doing that already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just made it official. You don't need to.
Yeah, they just made it official almost. I'm thinking he looking crazy, but they look at you crazy if you go there out of state with a mask on. They looking at you like, why you got that on? Like, what?
What you
Right.
gonna
When I
do
went
with that?
Like,
when I went to Houston, I barely seen masks. When I was in Houston a few months ago.
That shit dangerous, yo. Wear a
That
mask.
is
Wash your hands.
dangerous.
God
Mm-mm.
damn.
All right, what's
I
next?
guess once everybody hit KOD and it's no y'all breathing that same air.
Right.
I guess they gave up.
KOD. Yo, bro, shut up. Rest in peace, King of Diamonds. All right, so we can move on.
Music. Drake.
Yes.
Scary Hours.
Another 3-pack.
I'm not mad with it.
I'm tired of him dropping 3 packs and then just start dropping the entire
Yeah.
album. Like, what are you doing? Like, it just be getting me mad.
Yeah.
Drake's still undefeated though, so
He was in his bag.
Him and Rick Ross is undefeated, yeah.
Undefeated.
Rick Ross.
Yeah, it's like Pat. It's like Pat and Tyreek. You know, Easy TD.
I'm trying to think of a bad Rick Ross song. That's I'm like looking up. Like,
He doesn't have one.
Right?
They scheme.
He
We can go back to
doesn't
stay
have
one.
scheming.
You talking. You can't, like, how you not like somebody just
Gold Roses.
you just
all right,
Rick
y'all got
Ross
it.
and Jadakiss are the only 2 artists to never spit a whack bar.
the
I
only
have to question that
see,
Kiss.
this is why but this not that show. That's not the show. That's not the show.
Yeah, it's not the show for that.
That's not the show.
Nah, I'm just saying. Once you bring up Houston like this, that's another artist I'm waiting to drop an album. Jim Jones just dropped his album. I'm waiting for some more OGs.
Okay, no,
Shit.
Jim
I'm
Jones.
waiting for some more OGs to drop some music.
Jada dropped in the last 2
He dropped last year.
years.
Yeah, and
Yeah, he dropped last year.
It's all right.
Ignatius was the last
Ignatius?
album he dropped.
It's all right. I'll always throw a Jada on.
Yeah.
But yeah, they yeah, man. Like I said, if you're not,
that's different.
It's not
But this 3-pack,
That's
this 3-pack that he put out.
Nah,
I think it's pretty dope. I just think we're getting used to that. I think we're getting used to the way he uses music to explore his options while he's working on an album or he's doing something else. Like I feel like he's found his niche of how to get out music to his fans. All right, let me give you the 3-pack.
Annoying though. It'd be like only 3 songs. Like, come on, just give us the entire album. But I feel like he just be giving us 3 songs to see like if you take it or not. Because if you don't take it, because I think there was one album like one time he did it and it just wasn't clicking. I don't think he actually dropped that album. Forgot which one that was.
Oh, I got an idea. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, and he like scrapped the whole idea type thing. Like he just got rid of it. Oh, why am I drawing a blank?
Was
on
that before Views?
No, I think it was. I think it was before Bobby went in.
Because he dropped.
It was such a long time ago. Because Drake has been dropping albums back to back, which is good. Don't get me wrong. But there was a specific album. I mean, when he did like a 3 track drop, and it just wasn't clicking for everybody, and everybody was just like. And he just didn't drop it out. He just scratched it off. But regardless of anything, Drake is still a GOAT. Like he's been dropping hits after Bobby went in. I mean, before Bobby went in, after Bobby came out. Like it's just he's just been doing good.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about Bobby coming out? Although I'm not the one asking questions, but still.
No, yeah, you feel free.
The big dog is back.
Yeah.
New York is back. New York drill music is about to go to a different level.
True.
Yeah,
I'm
Bobby
with it.
different. He not like the in terms of music wise. I think he was made for drill, the New York drill music. Like I don't think nobody really free like Bobby, but We're gonna see. I mean,
right?
I
I'm
think it's a
interested.
win. It's a win for the culture.
Yeah.
I think Bobby definitely showed everybody what a real like nigga is. I think that's why he gets respect from everybody, like straightforward from whether you feel me in the same campus him or not, whatever, like affiliated with him. I feel like everybody in the line just gave him respect because he did what he had to do. He took what he did. He owned it up. Obviously, he ain't snitch.
With
He
high
did his
spirit.
time. He came back. You feel me? And I feel like that's why everybody gets him the utmost respect because it's like I feel like now we've seen like people who claim a lifestyle that they're not really living for real. And when the heat gets to them, we've seen how they folded. And so like I feel like when Bobby came out, it was more of like a fresh face, like okay, like we know there's still real niggas out there who can still be sturdy and stuff like that. Cause I feel like the past 3 years we just seen a lot of goofy stuff, like a lot of goofy shit happen, whether it's somebody snitching or somebody just doing the extreme or people doing clout chase and stuff. So and when Bobby came out, I felt like it was a symbol of real niggas are still out there. You feel me? Like there's real guys, although they like he did what he did, obviously we know what he did, but it was just like he owned up to it. He did what he had to do. He came back and that's why people say that he is the king of New York. Cause like it's Bobby we talking about. Like he dropped crazy ass songs. Like I remember when the freaking hat flew, nobody knows what that shit is. Like he needs to do a video music with the same hat. Like I don't care how old he is. He should put that same hat back on and say that thing came back. But it just showed a lot, like because we went through a lot. We went through a lot in 2020. So when Bobby came back, it was like, all right, you feel me? 2020 might not be that. 2021 might not be as crazy as 2020 because we lost a lot of people. We lost a lot of great artists. We lost people, we lost Kobe, we lost Pop Smoke, we lost Bond, like we lost so many people in the industry. We lost Chadwick, like we lost so many people. So when I feel like when Bobby, like, cause we've been waiting for Bobby to come out since like August or something like that. We've been waiting for Bobby to come out for a minute actually. So when he finally came out, I feel like it's us breathing again, because it's like I feel like we were all on our toes, like, all right, what's next? Like, what's the bad thing? What's the next thing that's gonna happen? Who's gonna die next? Or what's the next tragedy gonna happen? Because every month it was just such a bad, like it was just going on and going on and going on. Either somebody's dying, a state's going through something, we're going through we're going to police brutality, we're seeing all this extra stuff. So Bobby coming out was definitely like we needed it. Like everybody needed it in the culture. We just needed that moment.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how he's going to adapt. Because like you said, the culture and the time in 2014, 2015 was completely different than the air we breathe in right now. And depending on the person, when you locked up and you coming out, that could be a lot for a nigga. That can be a lot. So I want to see how he is. But like you said, yeah, the love he receiving, that's unmatched. He was just an all-star. He had an all-star weekend right now.
He there.
Passing out
He
bags of money.
deserved it though.
And
He was at the go ahead.
Yeah, the crazy thing about that is they're in Atlanta, so they got a big homie over there in Gucci who's been through that whole process. And you've seen Kodak come home, and he's kind of been like, well, Kodak has always said he's been kind of like a mentor to him. So when you see him come home and he's giving him game, and then you see Bobby go to the All-Star weekend and he's with
He's hanging out with
Gucci.
Gucci, yeah.
Like you have no choice but to respect him. Like you could tell that he's out, he's ready to go, ready to make music. Same thing for Rowdy, ready to make music, ready to lock in and do what they got to do, make that money.
Yeah.
Rowdy already dropped a couple joints. So.
Oh yeah, that Jesse Owens is tough.
Yeah, he did. I listened to one. I didn't really listen to it, but I did listen to one. But I'm just waiting for Bobby. Like I was like, but like it's like I feel like whatever he dropped is still going to be lit, no matter if it's actually ass or not, because it's simply the fact that he has the respect right now. So I feel like he has one song that people are going to give him mercy on, just one song. So whether it's the first time that he drops or doesn't drop, I feel like people are going to give him that one mercy because like he earned it. However, though, like after that one mercy is over, I need a hot nigga part 2 or something. Like I need a computers part 2 or something. Like I need something. Like I need something tough.
2014 Migos, GS9 music. Back to high school.
Done.
All right. That's
entertainment. Are we gonna do sports? Which one?
don't we can mix them both together.
Entertainment. Just coming to America. That's it. That's the only thing booming right now.
Don't ruin it for me because I didn't
I
watch
haven't
it
watched
yet.
it yet.
I'm not.
Man.
It's just, I think it's a good sequel compared to all the other sequels that you kind of just say, oh, they could have left it there. I think they did all right. I think the main thing everybody has to look at is the fact that they brought the whole cast back.
Right.
Everybody don't do that in sequels. Everybody don't get that off in sequels that often.
And it looks
So
organic.
The fact that they got all the cast back, you got to take that into account. That's a huge move.
I ain't watch it, so I wouldn't know.
But I'm telling you, they got everybody that was in the last one back. You're gonna see the same people.
I'm gonna see the same people.
They have the same cast, literally. Like, nah, not most, bro.
Everybody.
There,
bro. You're gonna see more people,
But clearly, it's more people in the movie that wasn't in the last one.
Yeah, you're gonna see more people.
The Central Africans are in there. Like, people you need in the movie are in the movie.
Central Africans. The residents of Zamunda are there.
Oh, Zamunda are there.
Okay.
But yeah, go support that man Eddie, and they had my boy Wesley Snipes in there too.
Oh.
You can't ruin it. Now you're just going into detail.
No,
He's in the trailer.
He's in the trailer.
I refuse to watch the trailer so I can watch the movie.
Nah, you just doing too much.
Right.
I want to watch it today. I had plans of watching it tonight, and just with an open mindset of not knowing anything. Every time people would post it, I would just like go through it fast, so I don't know what to expect. I just know Tiana Taylor's and Innovator's in it because he posted it, but that's pretty much it.
See,
right. So when theaters were open and popping before this COVID stuff, were you the type to like go get snacks while the trailers are playing before the movie comes on?
Yeah.
I feel like that's when they show you the real trailer when you actually in the theater.
That's
they
the
show you
summary
stuff
of the
that.
movie.
I like.
Did you guys watch A Boogie yet, or A Boogie, whatever you want to call it?
I know
Smoke movie.
Yeah, Boogie. I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it.
That's one I gotta go into open mind with, because what if it's acting ass, right?
I don't even know anything about it though.
Yeah.
I just know Pop Smoke was in it.
Some of
about
Tupac's
Jeremy
acting
Lin.
wasn't the best either. He's gonna keep it real.
Man.
Some of his acting wasn't the best.
Oh, you seen it?
No, I'm talking about Tupac. If you know, some rappers could transition, and Ice Cube is the GOAT at it. We'll see how Pop Smoke did. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
I think for him, he'll have a little higher chance. Just simple fact is that he's not here.
Yeah.
So, regardless if his acting was ass or not, he's still not here. And that's the last thing we could remember him by, because there's no music that's ever going to drop again for him, unless it's a song that was supposed to drop a while ago with another artist. But
Yeah.
One thing that threw me off is like they supposed to be in high school. The cast is like they're 35.
Right.
It's not believable.
That's one thing that's
But
8 packs a day.
If anything, you know, to get them young and make them look older. If anything.
Yeah, bro. That's one thing I'm thinking
like
about.
they did with that movie. What's that movie? The one that went crazy and you feel me, that brought light to the racism in America. When They See Us, I think that's the name of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody in the cast, I think it was a mixture of old and young.
Yeah,
and they just made them look the same age group.
Oh yeah, they have Eddie Murphy was saying that. Excuse me, they did that with the technology in the new movie.
Yeah,
they saw Will Smith do it in Gemini Man, I believe it was.
Yeah, they did it. They had some throwbacks, and they went back to the old movie. They went back to the old one a couple of times. But we're
fire. I like it.
One more. Did y'all see Lil Baby yesterday playing ball? He got
I heard he trash.
Hang him up. Hang him up.
Hey, good thing he doing his thing in this booth. He do his thing in the booth though. Like
that's where he need to stay.
Or shoot them shots in the booth.
Right.
2 Chainz is looking a little overweight out there.
Jay's a trade for this.
You still got some moves on him from college ball, but that boy was looking a little sluggish.
James pushing 50. You talk about college ball.
Boy went straight to the post.
Straight to the post.
This is my area right here.
So, yeah, let me get this mid-range game going real quick.
Right.
Couple buckets.
For Quavo, though, to say he the best hip-hop baller is still blasphemous. I can
Like,
name...
We'll see when J. Cole comes around. We'll see. I think Cole got something in store.
You got Cole. You got
Chris Brown.
Somebody else.
Chris Brown nasty.
Chris Brown. I'm about to say, yeah, Chris Brown play ball.
The game is actually not bad.
Yeah,
Dirk was good too.
He'll give you some buckets.
Yeah, Drake just got hurt. Drake injured. So.
Snoop Dogg is actually pretty good too.
Hold on.
I heard Dirk was
He's
good
just
too.
old.
He's just old.
Nah, Dirk good. Dirk.
Yeah, Dirk. Dirk.
Oh, Dave East went to.
Dave East played college ball too.
Yeah.
Cameron.
Yeah, Quavo needs to stop. Yeah. We ain't see none of these games, so you out here claiming the best because you be in Drake Drake League.
Entertainment League, that's what that is, yeah.
Drake
Can we count Shaq? He went platinum.
Nah. Shaq, Diesel.
Athlete first.
Yeah.
Athlete
first. Definitely.
Whole athlete entrepreneur.
Right.
Dang.
I do got a question for Millie though. Millie's being that the brand is kind of associated around baseball. Is there any team that you looked at and really caught your eye and was like, wow, I probably would like to go to one of these games and see more? Like you talked about the team with 3 African American women on the team. Did you ever do some of the research and was like, wow, I probably would have liked to go see these women compete in the league?
Which is crazy. My favorite team, and that's why I was talking about the Indianapolis Clowns, literally the Indianapolis Clowns. It's just the fact that, like, the Negro League definitely did end, like, I think 1946 or 1960 something. Like, it's one of those, either 1946 or 1964. But that's one team that I really wanted to see, and I'm really hurt that, like, all the women died already. Peanut died in 2018. She was the last one alive. So I was really bummed that I didn't have the idea before, but like I really want to talk to these women because like there's so many things that they went through. I watched interviews from them. Another team that I did like a lot was Newark Eagles because it's home. So I wanted to talk to them about like why didn't they pick New York? Because I know they was going back and forth with some of the stories I heard and the stories that I read about on the internet was that they was going back and forth at either picking New York and New Jersey, and they eventually just picked New Jersey. And it's crazy because everybody picks New York for everything. So I wanted to ask, like, the person that, and there was a white woman actually who sponsored the team, if I'm not mistaken. But I wanted to ask her, like why? Like, why would you want to like work with like, Black people and stuff in general? Because like, back then, during the Harlem Renaissance and even during the Negro League itself, like it was a little bit bad, like with like what was going on. And I knew that she was the one to sponsor the Newark Eagles and actually led them to the World Series in 1946. Not wrong, 48, one of those two numbers. I wish I knew because I just did a hat for him and I remember it's either 46 or 48. But she actually led them down there and she was white. So it's kind of really crazy to me that like, she had their interest in heart. But those are the 2 teams that I actually wanted to like, talk more about. Indianapolis Clowns because of the women on their team and Newark Eagles because like that really went over my head. Like, wow, like, there was actually people, we obviously know stories of, white people actually like caring about Black people. But however, it was just crazy because she was one of the first people to believe in the Negro League itself because they had to make a league for themselves. And like she didn't have to sponsor them. She didn't have to like, look out for them, but she did. So that was definitely a conversation I definitely want to have. However, though, she is definitely, RIP to her. She's definitely dead. So hopefully I could see if I could reach out to her family or anybody affiliated with her or anybody who's affiliated with Newark Eagles and has more understanding of like the team in general. That's kind of like my biggest, like, I think that's my biggest goal for 2021 is to talk to somebody who's either like related to anybody in the Negro League or like had a close touch with the Negro League and to tell me about the stories back in the day. because that's something that I do want to hear about, like, what happened during the day. I mean, back then, or, what was the story that was told to you about their loved ones that did play in the Negro Leagues, because a lot of them died, like, I'm going to say 2018 and 2019. There's not a lot of them still alive and stuff like that. So I'm doing my research as day goes by, seeing, like, who I could talk to and stuff, because I do want to learn more. It kind of like builds me and makes me feel better about not better about myself, but like better about the brand in general, and gives it more purpose of hearing the backstories of what happened back then. Because sometimes I can't relate to it, like actually, like physically, but the story in general, I could understand and stuff like that, and I could like relate it to what I'm going through right now. It's like a Bible. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's fire goal, honestly. I think we need that awareness. We need that information. However you want to put it out.
Yes.
I think you need to even the journey of how you go about doing it, maybe, would be even interesting if we could be optimistic, but let's say you don't, that doesn't happen. I think the journey in which, you go to do that is interesting in itself. So, like almost like the inside, kind of,
Yeah.
looking, because I like that. I think a lot of people because I think everything nowadays is face value. That's my thing. I like the inner workings of things. So that's why I said that, like, to know, the story, the background, and the workings of how you want to make that work would be like a dope, thing for people to see. But
True.
it's good. It's a good goal.
Thanks.
All right, so we get into shout outs, AJ?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My boy is looking at the music. Like,
I'm trying to find someone. I'm like, shit.
Well, of course, first and foremost, shout out to God, my Lord and Savior. Of course, we would not be here. Shout out to Millie for being here today, joining us, pulling up for the Breakdown Volume 13. Shout out to you and what you do. Looking forward to continued success. Shout out to Varsity Hall, 1/5 of the Juxtaposition podcast for last episode. Shout out to any essential workers and frontline workers out there. Everyone be safe and healthy. Shout out to Greenhouse Sports, Greenhouse Podcast in general. Love y'all. Shout out to Sedulous Sundays. Make sure you have a Sedulous Sunday today. Shout out to Keithy B. Shout out to Demigods Chronicles. Shout out to everyone else out there. Creatives doing their thing and building. Keep growing.
Word. Shout out to God, close friends, family, loved ones. Malika. Shout out to VAR for last week. Shout out to Millie for pulling up this week. I can't wait to see these hats, man. I know the next few years, it's going to look crazy. Essential workers. Anybody with a birthday, anybody who's doing something, Greenhouse Sports, at the buzzer. Make sure y'all tune into the website. Make sure y'all keep an eye out on the Instagram this week. It's we teasing something out. We gonna show something for y'all. Word. That's all I got for shout outs. Jerry, Jameer, y'all have fun.
I have a shout out to Mad Long. Shout out to God. Shout out to my family, my friends, my mom, my pops. Shout out you, Millie, for pulling up and being on here. It's been a long time coming. Shout out you guys, Greenhouse family. Shout out Mar. Shout out Dre for being on here as well. I'm doing it on top of my head. Shout out. That's it. That's all I got. I ain't got no. I ain't gonna go.
Shout out to God. Shout out to the family. Shout out to Millie. Her brilliant and beautiful collection of African American culture and history with the 1920 Negro League Series hats. She got also her beauty line as well. Shout out to that. Shout out to all the people keeping it real. Shout out to all the people staying 10 toes down. Don't let nothing get in your way. Shout out to all the black women. Shout out to all the black men. You are king and queens. Remember that. That's all right.
Billy, you got any shout outs you wanna give it?
Shout out to God. Shout out to you guys for having me here. This has actually been pretty tough. It was fun talking to you guys and like sharing the real tea with you guys. Shout out to my family. Shout out to my friends. Shout out to my customers because they got me here. If it wasn't because of them, I wouldn't, be where I'm at right now. So thank you to everybody who supports me and stuff like that. And I think my last shout out would definitely be shout out to the underdogs. Like, it's a lot of underdogs who feel like they're not making it right now, but their time is definitely coming. So shout out to y'all.
Hey.
That's it, huh?
Yeah, that was lit. That was fun.
Episode volume. Got it. Episode volume 13.
Episode value.
The breakdown. We about to sign out. It's Reek, RIQ, not REK. No other way. I'm the champ because I'm winning. Reek Havoc, Rico Simon, typical Papa Grandpa, low-key fly guy. Can't get mad at me for being myself, sir. Why? TheGreenhousePod.com. Claiming Shamulisha Easy Flex, baby. Don't have the robe on, so I'm not broke. Reek appears the weekend spontaneous, so sometimes I plan. Sometimes I'm speedy Reek. If I didn't have the beard, guess what? I'd probably be ugly, but I don't care. No more modish mode. The link between what you know and have yet to be blessed with. Reek Marsh on Instagram and Twitter. That's it. Oh yeah, look out for that poetry on the website too.
Sir, yes, sir.
Modern day Love Jones.
Chill.
Hey, I'm gonna have to spin that. I'm gonna have to spin that.
I'm dead. Where it was always, man. It's AJ Olsen. I was with Silk Surface with the ruler. Where G on my chest. I do not need Dapper Dan. Casanova to get to speaking. How may I help with the big Silks? Hey, man, plan trip. Hit me up. Plan trip out. Itinerary. Man. Side guy, hold the burgers and fries. No, I do not like Seth nor Steph Curry. Please stop asking. Bang Aaron. Papa Fresh Marty Me Street. Say this A dot in a couple people's phones. But not Shariks, unfortunately. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, at Nature Retrust. And yeah, man, pay attention to the website, thegreenhousepod.com. Jameer.
The BC, Mr. Laid Back, Bryson Tiller Doppelganger. That's all I got for y'all today. Follow me Instagram, Twitter, Jameer_Malik. Show some love. Just know some Greenhouse. We got some drops coming soon. Just keep watching.
Dre.
Y'all know me, Andre Guerrier, also known as Andre Florent, also known as Dre's Pen. Some people call me Diddy's son. I don't know. But get at me if you ain't get at me yet. Stay with me, keep progressing.
Yes, sir. Millie, let me get you another round of claps here. Appreciate you for pulling up.
Thank you.
Keep doing your thing. Yeah, you really doing it. So tell them once again where to find you, where to follow your pages at, and where they can get the merch.
Get the merch on my personal page or my business page. My business page is 1920 Negro NEGRO League LEAGUE, and my personal is ___. So AMILLYON.__. That's me.
Word. All right.
Eddie.
All good. This is a good one. Yes, sir. We out.
In the books.
Yo, I'm here with Low Dunk.
All right. Sure. Yo, right? Funny ass nigga.
What's the deal?
Fuck is up, nigga? That shit from the basement? What?
Basement.